Men are the problem.
Men.
Men leave.
Are men trash?
Men or a bear?
It's because a man done did something to her.
The bear's not gonna.
So men have been
Men are the most horrible creatures.
Men are the problem.
did something
Men.
to her.
Men leave.
The bear's
Are men
not gonna.
trash?
So men have
Or a
been.
bear?
It's because a man done did something to her.
The bear's not gonna.
So men have been.
Men are the most horrible creatures.
Men are the problem.
Men.
Men leave.
Are men trash?
Men or a bear?
It's because a man done did something to her.
The bear's not gonna.
So men have been.
Men are the most horrible creatures.
Men are the problem.
Men.
Men leave.
Are men trash?
Men or a bear?
It's because a man done did something to her.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Devil's Advocate, the live stream. All right, how you guys doing? Hope you guys had a good week. Hope the start to your weekend is going to be good as well. As the video goes, right? What do I mean by the hypocrisy of women shows their lack of accountability? Okay. Here's the thing where, in this day and age, let's say this, for example, women want to proclaim that they're strong and independent, okay? And yet, in the same breath, they say men that they need to be gentlemen, they need to pay for dates, they need to do this. Like, are you strong and independent, you don't need no man, or do you need a man to pay for your dates? Do you need a man to make the effort, treat you special? Right, so that's the essentially what the idea I'm talking about today, right? The hypocrisy of women is amazing, and it shows that they don't see what they have done, right? How they have created the landscape of at least the dating culture. Because in my opinion, women are the reason why, let's say, we have so many problems, right? I believe women are the root of a lot of problems we have in the dating market. So we'll talk about that and we'll get to it, right? All right, so like always, let's get some Kendra G to get the blood flowing, right? Let's check this one out.
Oh, come on. Okay, we got the outfit. I want to start off with the kids. I want to start off with the kids. Start off with the kids. I want to see this outfit now. I want to see your outfit now.
Girl.
We're going to do the Kendra Cam first. Stand up. Let me see what you got on, girl. Whoa, what in the hell? Girl, what the hell Monday?
Ready for this one, girl.
Today is a Monday. Where are you going?
This is the thing, like, this chubby woman is like, and this is a thing where I did a stream a little while ago where basically a woman was asking, oh, would women attract certain type of men depending on how they dress? Right? Yes, they do. Think about what type of man this woman is going to attract. The Pookies. She's literally trying to attract the Pookies. So, great.
Oh, I'm trying to find me a man on the Kendra G show.
Put the camera back up.
Yeah, a man to just think about, you know what? This is like, she's just a booty call. That's what you're getting. And seriously, God.
Baby girl, that's a club outfit. Where are you going on a Monday?
That's club outfit? Man, I must have been a long time since I've been to a club.
That outfit.
The club, I need to find me a man, girl.
Oh, did you go to the grocery store in that outfit?
Girl, I will. Go shopping.
Tell your mama.
This is an all-purpose for me.
Okay. Purpose.
All-purpose for me, baby.
What's your name?
Let me just say something. See, they don't think it's real.
They don't think your app is real, so I'm like,
Oh God. The missing teeth. It's like, seriously? Everything about this, this is just such a, everything about it is just, it's really looking like very, very hood.
girl, here you go. I'm like, I know it's real now. I'm like, I need this.
What's your name, Mama?
My name is Tiara.
Tiara?
Tiara.
Oh, Tiara. Tiara, where you calling me from?
Maryland, Wisconsin.
Oh, it's right on the same location. How old are you, Mama?
I'm 33.
33. What you do for a living?
I currently not doing anything for a living. I'm on Section A. I currently came from being a security.
Section 8. Looks like she's for the streets. God.
Allied University, but I had to change over my situation because I think it's a better living out here. It's not really that safe for my kids in Chicago. So I had to move and transition out here. And I'm by myself with my 5 kids. So I'm
5 kids on Section 8, not working, 33, and she's ready to go back to the streets. God. This is the thing. What type of man do you think you are attracting? It's like, honestly, women is like, they're so delusional. They really are. What type of man do you think you're attracting with that kind of resume? Like I said, Section 8, no job, 5 kids, 33, dressed like you're for the streets. Dressed like you're getting paid to be in the streets.
Do you think you're in a position to start dating?
yes, I am.
Okay.
I try to take care of everything that a man needs, and I just want somebody to be there for me on my side.
Okay. So a couple things. So unemployed. Right now you're not working?
Yes, right now I'm not working.
Okay. You have 5 kids. How old are your 5 kids? What you drinking?
Is my oldest is 15, my second oldest is 12, my third oldest is 9, the fourth one is 6, the fifth one is 6, 3, the last one is 3. So
Wait, okay, so 15, 12, 9, 6, and 3.
Yep.
By how many men?
I have 4 baby daddies. Like her mama.
Oh, did she say like her mama?
Just like
Oh, this is your daughter?
That's my wait, Kendra. Yes, this is my daughter. This is my daughter.
Oh my God. I do not. This is the thing. Why aren't there's I mean, I'm not saying there's none. There's not enough. Not enough black people calling this out. Not enough black people calling this out. This is so pitiful. It's like something to be proud of about, right? No job, 33, 5 kids, 4 different baby daddies, on Section 8. You're dressed like you dressed like you're for the streets. And then, to top it off, your mom is no different than you, right? You take after your mom. You take off your mom, who's most likely single. So this is the thing. Is that I swear to God, just do you not understand what type of man you're gonna get? Why even be on the dating show? Because the men you'll easily get, right? It's the pookies. It's the men that will either make you a baby daddy, make you a baby mama, continue to make you a baby mama, or the man just after you for sex.
That's right. Okay, how many kids you? Okay, real quick. How many kids you have against 6? Right?
She said she had.
No. I'm sorry.
You say what?
You. Wait. Go back to your mama. Go back to your
Okay,
mama.
hold on.
How many kids? Because you was here before. How many kids you have?
I told you I got 6 children. One of them died by gunfire in 2020.
Okay.
I got a 15-year-old. Take care.
Wait, hold on. Sorry about your. I want to be sympathetic. Sorry about your child that passed away. You have how many grandchildren? Because you told me this.
30.
30 grandchildren. So this is one of your daughters, and she's the part of. She got 5.
Yeah.
And your son had what? 12. One of your kids got
15, Kendra.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry, I forgot. One son got 15 kids. This is your daughter that got 5.
Yeah.
So one son has 12 kids. He's a perpetual baby mama maker. I swear to God. I swear to God, this is sometimes it's, you know, this is funny. This is funny in the sense that, you know, we live in an age where you can build a platform. You can build a platform. And I've gotten, you know, comments where, oh, stay out of black people's business. Stay out of black people's business. Okay, I get it. But why aren't you, as, let's say, a black person, that you have the ability to voice your opinions, i.e. make content? You don't. You don't. Because here's the thing. This image is sad. This is sad. Right here. Why is it sad? Because this is perpetuating a stereotype. These people, right, are just having kids irresponsibly. Okay? No marriage, no real family, okay? They are constantly constantly having multiple baby daddies, creating multiple baby mamas, right? And I just, you know, this is sad.
Okay, all right. Go back to Tiara.
Okay, here, Tiara. She said go back to Tiara.
Okay.
Tiara, so you got 4x4 men. Have you ever been married?
No.
Why didn't you settle down with any of the men you had kids by?
Okay, I did try to settle down, but the guys that I was involved in was like they want other women, or they were cheating on me, or they was abusing me. So it didn't work out right.
It didn't work out.
I'm sorry. That's what you qualify for. The whole thing that people think everyone deserves happiness. No, that's not how the real world works, right? We would love people. Yo, Skull. Thank you for becoming an acolyte. We would want everyone to be happy. That's not how the real world works. It really isn't. Skull. Thanks, bro. That's not how the real world works. Okay? You don't deserve happiness. It's either you work for it or not, right? I'm sorry for this woman, but to be honest, her history has shown her what she qualifies for. These types of men. The sad part is that now she has become a person where it's too late. It's very improbable, okay? Very improbable for her to now become someone where she can get a good guy. Like I said, she's now 33, which is, I'm saying, trauma filled. Okay? 5 kids by 4 different men. On Section 8, unemployed. A family of just a family that's no different, right? A brother that's a baby mama maker. A mother that's still single and not a good example of a parent.
Okay. Now, Tiara, I'm gonna let you respond because I'm not sure if your mama told you the magnitude of this show.
Okay.
But this is a worldwide show, and they gonna say stuff in the comments. So what would you say?
I told her.
She told me, and I'm fine with it.
Okay. Do you have have a response to anybody that might say something about 5 kids by 4 men and you're currently not working? What would you say to them?
I don't care what they say, Kendra. I'm not working now, but I can get a job anywhere I please, or I can get a job anytime I want to. And the Lord is my savior. He chooses my path. So I will be okay.
And there you have it.
The Lord's crap. This is the thing, right? It's not that you can't get a job, because people can always work at McDonald's. The problem is you show lack of stability. You show lack of being a responsible adult. Right? No job on Section 8. Essentially, the government is taking care of you. 5 kids by 4 different men. You show lack of being a responsible adult. So honestly, no good man. Sorry, you don't qualify for no good man. The men she qualifies for is the men she's been having.
All right, we're going to leave it at that. Sierra, Wisconsin, 33. Currently not working, mom to 5. What's your zodiac sign?
Capricorn.
Capricorn. All right. Okay, so we got Sierra, Wisconsin, 33. Currently not working, mom to 5 by 4 men. Never married. What kind of man you looking for now, sweetheart?
I'm looking for a positive influence on me and my children. A great provider. I'm looking for
a provider. First of all, a positive influence on you and your children. Seriously? I mean, come on. You had 4 different men. You had children from 4 different men. Why did you not have? It's like now, after you have built a life of stupidity, now you want a positive influence. It's like, take some accountability, right? It's too late. Or, you know what? This is the thing where I want to be nice, which I shouldn't. Be direct, because why I said it's unlikely or you don't qualify is because the likelihood that you may find the 1 in a million man is literally 1 in a million. Right? But it's like, this is the thing where women have to understand why they have to be smart with their life. Not just because of their education, not just because of their job and career, right? Also with their love life. They have to be smart. Because shit like this, I'm sorry, you won't qualify for a good man. And a provider, are you kidding me? A provider for you and 5 kids, that's not his. 5 kids! Seriously, that's including him, let alone if he has kids, is insane. If he has, let's say this, he doesn't have kids. Already, he has to provide for 7 people. 7 people. Are you kidding? Are you insane to ask for a provider? That is absolutely ridiculous. And that, you know what? That's the thing. Honestly, yeah, these broken families are insane. And these women that create broken families are just disgusting.
someone that could just be God-fearing man. Because the men I have been in, they traumatize me. So,
have you ever gone to therapy, Tierra?
Yes, I have.
Okay, are you? So, was it helpful?
God-fearing man. When you have 5 kids out of wedlock is insane.
For you?
It helped me a lot, to be honest, because I wouldn't have made it this far.
Okay. Now, you said a provider. What does provider mean to you?
That means paying my rent. That means teaching my children how to be a man. If I got boys, I got girls. You feel me?
Hello? Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely idiotic. Pay her bills, pay her rent, and then teach her kids. Are you? She's got to be joking. I really wish she's joking because she's not. I know she's not. I know she's not. Because she's going on to Kendra G's show hoping that she will find a simp. And here's the thing, why I say that it's not impossible, right? It's not impossible. It's not impossible for her to find that quote unquote good man because there are always a simp. There's always a simp born, right? There will always be a man that's so low on the totem pole, have so little backbone, that's such a doormat, that's so have little to no self-esteem, right? That you know what? He's like, I can't find nobody. I have no purpose. I have no goal. I have nothing. I will be what she wants. Right? There are simps out there for that. And that's sad. That's sad that there are men that they're so bottom of the barrel, or they're so have no self-esteem whatsoever that they will accept whatever they get, whatever they can get.
But not to do it, what to do.
Wait, say it again. Your phone went out.
I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay, now I want a man that will provide for me, be there for my kids, tell my girls what not to look for, what to look for. I don't want them to have the same situation I had. I don't want them to have so many baby daddies. I don't want my kids in the streets.
Let me say this, right? This is a sad, I don't know if I call it fact, but it's a sad reality, okay? A lot of women like this, their mom was a single mom. She's a single mom. The likelihood that her children will either create single moms or become single moms is very, very high. Very high, okay? The likelihood of one of these generations, able to break the curse is very low. Not impossible, but still very low. Okay? I've seen it time and time again. Time and time again. Because none of these women or these boys, these men, have the willpower to break the curse. So it's a sad thing. Because here's the thing, right? She says she wants a man that will come into her life and teach her kids better. The problem is she don't qualify for that type of man. That's the problem. She does not qualify for such a good man, a morally sound man. Because here's the thing. She's not the image of morality. A good guy don't deserve this. A good man does not deserve this. The best she can do is go to her priest. That's the best she can do, in my opinion. Because I'm sorry, a good man that has the capacity to teach her kids better, to provide for her and her kids, he don't deserve this.
Doing drugs or selling drugs or nothing like that. I want a God-fearing man that knows what he has to do for his family.
Okay, so you want a good role model for your children.
Yes.
Let's say this. I respect that. I respect that. You want to give your children a different future, a different experience. On some real talk, I definitely think there's good role models. Nobody's perfect, but you can find these.
No, I don't want nobody to be perfect.
Right.
Because.
But what I was going to say is, let's say you find this man that could be a role model, period, like in the church or the school district or organizations, could be a potentially good role model, but maybe not be a factor in dating.
I don't know how would I be with that type of person, because if he can't date, like, do I help him date? Wait.
No, what I'm saying is that man exists, right? And I think I think these are great qualities.
You know what's Kendra's trying not to be direct is because, sadly, You don't qualify for this man. The best you can do is find this man and seek guidance from him, right? Like I said, a priest, something like that, right? A counselor. Because sadly, you don't qualify for this man
that you are seeking because they make sense for your children. But let's just say he doesn't want to date you, but is willing to be a mentor to your kids because he's a church deacon or a school teacher or whatever. After school, there's all different programs, right? So I think your kids deserve that type of mentor and experience. But if he doesn't want to date you in a romantic way, that would still be a great thing, right?
It would. If not, because that comes, it'll come along. He might start how good I am to be towards my children, or he might, that'll come along with it. But I'm really appreciative if he didn't want to date me and he wanted to be a role model to my kids. That would touch me.
Okay, pull up your bra. Some of the people are saying we about to have the nips with. We don't want to have no Janet Jackson.
It's made like. I'm sorry.
Okay. Now, Tiara, you said you want him to pay your rent.
Right.
Now, I'm not trying to be funny. I really am not trying to be funny. But
I pay my rent. I want him to provide for me if he want to be with me.
You did.
I don't want like I have to do everything because every man I've been with, I have to do it.
This is a thing, right? Stop asking for provider men. Please stop. Especially women of this level. Please stop. You don't qualify for provider men. What you should ask is, I want a man that will be a partner. This is what I've said this countless times before, right? Most women do not qualify for provider men. Okay? Most women don't. In our society now, being a stay-at-home wife, mother, girlfriend, whatever, is a luxury that most women don't qualify for. They don't. And here's the also reality that most men can't provide. Right? It's hard. It's not easy. It really isn't. But also that, again, if the man can, well, a lot of women don't qualify for it. But this is the thing. Women of this level, what they need they need guidance in that what makes sense. The standards that make sense, okay? You should ask for a man that will be a partner. 50-50. He pays the bill, you also pay the bill. He pays the rent, you also pay the rent, right? Where he takes off some of your burden. To ask a man to take away all your burdens is ridiculous. You don't qualify for that type of man.
So you want the new man, so you want the new man to pay your rent?
I want the new man to pay my rent, pay whatever he needs to pay for us to survive. And I don't want him to pay everything.
Okay, again, here's the deal, and I'm not trying to be funny. I promise you I'm not. But you said you told us you were transparent. You're on Section 8.
Right.
I thought Section 8 rent was very, cheap.
It's very cheap, but, okay, so right now I have Section 8. My rent is free. But I still have to pay utilities, parking, because I have a car. I still have to pay certain little things within this comp.
Also, I think if you have Section 8, they frown upon having a man, I think, right? Especially if a man lives with you, right? If he lives with you. So, and please correct me wrong, because I don't live in Section 8. I don't know anyone that does. But correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, so he's paying all your utilities, all your things that you're not paying, but he's not living with you. So he's paying his own shit, right? His own rent, his own utilities, and he has to pay yours. This is the thing where women are just absolutely selfish. So they don't think about a man at all, right? They don't. Besides maybe giving him some, right? But to be honest, in my opinion, I don't think no box is worth me paying my rent and someone else's rent, my utilities and someone else's utilities. I seriously don't think box is worth that much.
Complex.
So you want him to pay those things for you?
Yeah, it's not that much. He shouldn't be worried about that.
Just out of curiosity, if you meet a man that can't pay those things, will you not date him?
If he's a good man and he an influence on my kids, I will let that, slide a little bit. But I will influence him to like help if I can't, because I don't.
Okay, yeah. So I was correct. Skull said the man can't live there. The inspect one a month. The act like it's for the apartment, but the looks for signs of a man living there. See, that's what I assumed. So essentially, he has to now pay for his own shit, right? Live separately, pay for his own stuff, and then pay for your stuff. It's absolutely selfish.
Have a job. I'm my mama's child.
Okay.
I don't feel like a man should even be in a woman's life if you can't provide.
Are you kidding me? You've had 5 kids by 4 men. I'm pretty sure you gave kids to 4 men that didn't provide for you. They aren't with you. What did they do? Like throw some couple $100 and you gave him a kid? These men are gone. They're not providing for you. Yet you gave them 4 kids. You gave each man a kid, and one man you gave 2. So really,
I want to make sure that we are all on the same page here. There are men that can't do those things. The question is he going to want to do those things for you? Just trying to be honest, right? We have men, go ahead. Yeah, so that man exists. There's men out here providing child every day for women. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about if one of these provider men want to do that for you and your 5 children.
Right.
So that's what we're trying to figure out.
I will if they do, and if they don't have to. I'm not forcing no man to be with me.
Okay.
Like I said, God, baby.
Say again?
Of course, no one's like asking about force. But here's the thing, right? You're trying to have women have some self-reflection, right? Self-reflection. To realize that, you know what I'm asking is unrealistic. My standards is too high because it don't make sense. It don't make sense for your life, right? That's why it's unrealistic. Because here's the thing: if it made sense, you would have already had a man that can provide for you and has been provided for you, but you don't, right?
They don't want to do what needs to be done or what I'm looking for. Then I don't even know what to tell them, but I'm blessed. I got God, so I just.
You got God or you got the government? You're blessed. You got the government helping you out. Blessed is not what I would call it.
I'm just looking for somebody to really be on my side, like help me.
Okay, what are your deal breakers, honey?
My deal breakers is I don't want a man that's dirty. I don't want a man that think he could sleep with everyone because of my disability. I call it a disability right now because when you can't provide for yourself, they look at it a different way. You feel me? But at the same time, I can provide for myself. But I don't want a person to feel like, okay, they got to lean on me or I got to figure it out. You feel me? My deal breaker is I want a person to provide for me, be there for me, be 100 with me, and I'll be 100 with you.
How you be 100 for him? What would you do? What would you do? Let's say this, right? He can't live with you, so really, what would he do? What would you do for him? Clean? How are you cleaning for him? He's not living with you. Cook? I mean, essentially, you're not cooking for him. You're cooking for your family of 6, including you, and you're just including him. So really, and surprise, surprise, he most likely have to chip in or most likely pay for the groceries. This is ridiculous.
Don't play with it. What
me,
should he look a certain way?
I ain't gonna even laugh.
Yo, Skull, you are amazing, bro. Your support is amazing, right? Like he said, the government is her god. Exactly. This is the sad thing where women like this lack accountability because the government is taking away her problems. So she's not suffering from not having a job. She's not suffering from not having a man. She's not suffering from having 5 kids by 4 different men. The government is doing, because I'm assuming she's probably on child support too. A government thing, child support. So I'm assuming child support, government thing. Section 8, a government thing. Taking away her accountability of choosing, right? The consequences of not choosing the right man, right? And not having a job. The government is taking away those consequences.
Yeah, you see all this way, Kendra. He better be looking good. I ain't gonna even lie. I don't really have a type, to be honest. But I done dated multiple people like with 6 packs or whatever. Not dated, but my baby daddies them got different bodies, so it's not like I'm interested in your body. It's more with me with the stamina.
What the what?
The stamina.
Oh, when you're having sex.
Yes. I hate when a person goes
The
too
dick.
minutes. The dick.
God. What type of man? I'm going to keep on saying it. What type of man you think you're getting? It's literally, she only qualifies for the Pookies. Literally. Only qualifies for the Pookies.
I hate when a person goes 2 minutes, 1 minute, and boom, it's over with. No, what about me?
Yo, Skull said no words. No words.
She got
So we gotta be able to put it down in the bedroom.
Did you get her that the fuck look?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Now this is the straight question about money. Does he have to make a certain amount of money?
Yes, he does have to make a certain amount of money.
How much money he gotta make here? You ain't got a job right now.
Shit, if I ain't got a job, then he gotta hold us both down, right, Kendra? So what the hell?
How much money he got to make?
Shit.
Providing for 5 kids and her and him. Yeah. He's going to have to make 6 figures. Over 6 figures. And this is probably, it's like, I don't know. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
He ain't gotta make no 100K and all that shit. You feel me? As long as he got a steady job, stop.
Here's the thing, right? If he's living paycheck to paycheck, then yes, he'd probably be. This is the thing where he's not saving any money, investing any money. He's spending every dime he makes. Then yeah, he doesn't have to make so much, right? I say maybe a 60K man can do this, but again, shit like that, irresponsible finances like that, you are going to suffer. No wonder she lives on Section 8, right? No wonder. Because this is irresponsible spending. Spending every dime you make, so you essentially live in paycheck to paycheck, providing for 5 kids that are not yours, and a woman that's for the streets. Yes, even a man that makes average money can do that. but then you are irresponsible with your money. You have no savings, no investment. You are never going to upgrade your life. You will be stuck with a woman like this.
Valerie, I'm cool. You feel me?
Okay. Should he be in Wisconsin?
Dan, do all that shit.
What you said? What's the last thing you just said?
I said, I'm not looking for him to take all his money and put it in a wheel or something. I'm just looking for some luck help.
Real quick. Okay, Tiara, do you want to be in Wisconsin?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And you are 33. What's the age range you want to date?
I would date from 33 to, I could say 50. A little bit longer than 50 though. I could do like 57. My mama age. Yeah, I would do that.
Okay.
I would take care of an old man that can't even take care of himself. I promise you.
So you would date a man your mother's age?
Yes.
Okay, she would date a man her mama's age. Don't play with it. All right, Tiara, Wisconsin, 33, Capricorn. You started off with the Kendra Cam. Do you want to do it again?
Girl, I could do it again, girl. You want me to do it
again? Wait, we gotta put the camera on your daughter, Mama.
Hold on, Tia, wait. I'm trying to show you, Kendra, wait. How I turn the camera?
Wait, just bring the camera back. She had it set up. We was able to see her, Mama.
wrong. You doing it wrong.
Okay, we can't see you. We see the wall. Okay, here we go. All right, Tiara. Okay. Woo! Oh. Tiara, this ain't OnlyFans, girls. Get your ass back over here.
Hold on, don't forget to look in. Don't forget to
What is going?
Yo, OZ, thank you for coming by. Yeah, this is insane. I'm sorry. I cannot stress it enough. Where this woman is idiotic. She can't realize that she only qualifies for the Pookies. Only qualifies for the Pookies.
Are y'all related? Diamond, are y'all related?
We are all family.
Yes, we are.
Okay, child, I know your house be cutting up on Thanksgiving, child.
I
Kendra,
love you,
look.
and I got us down.
Wait. We gotta go back to Tiara, Mama. Let me finish Tiara's interview.
It's my interview.
Tiara, okay. When was your last relationship?
My last relationship was a year ago.
Year ago. You don't have to answer, but was it one of your baby daddies?
Yeah.
Okay.
Last baby daddy.
Your last baby daddy. Okay. Tiara, you don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
Girl, it wasn't no someone. It was a toy.
Okay. Okay, but
Yo. Alright. The only thing she is gonna be doing is giving men skull.
when was the last time you was intimate with a person?
Okay. I guess my last baby daddy, cause
Okay.
I don't everybody because there's too much going on.
Okay. 3 flaws you have to work on.
This is the thing where this is the thing, right? I like the black community. I do, because I have a lot of black friends. I've dated black women. And this is sad. This is some of the sad parts of the black community where we don't have enough. I'm not saying that we don't have any. We don't have enough black creators calling this stuff out. We don't have enough, right? Because again, this is a bad mark on the black community. Because here's the thing, in my opinion, Kendra, it's great that Kendra's doing this for content, right? I have content. I have something to show. But here's the thing, if you're thinking about the black community, this is something that you don't want to be a part of. You don't want to represent. You don't want to show. Because this is sad, right? You don't need to advertise for a man online, because honestly, the man that you're going to get is the man you've been getting. Here's a woman that only qualifies for the street dudes, for the Pookies, for the Ray Rays, okay? She's not going to qualify for a good man. She's not. I'm sorry. But if you are honestly a responsible black content creator, this is the persona you need to stomp out, right? This is it.
3 flaws I have to work on
Yeah.
the guy.
You have to work on.
Me, I gotta work on loving me more.
Okay.
I have to work on knowing what I want to like be in life, because I really want to be something. I just don't know what it is. And then the third one is letting God in a little bit more.
Okay. Okay.
A lot more. Not a little bit more, a lot more. I need him in my life a lot more.
This is on my spirit to say this, and you can do as you do because it's your life.
You know why? You know why she's trying to preach she needs more God? Because here's the thing. Her life is a shown of a whole lot of irresponsibility. Right? Live 33, doesn't even know what she wants in life, no job, living on Section 8, 5 kids by 4 different men. Yeah, she needs guidance in life. Right? No duh, she wants like God to fix her mistakes. That's the thing with a lot of women. They want God to fix their mistakes. Yo, okay, like Ozzy said, as a black man, I respect what you're doing. However, this is the reality of a lot of black households. That is correct, but here's the thing. Where I want to stand in that, I want to push, prop, support good black men. Okay? If you become the best version of yourself and you have the morality, the principles, the boundaries, right? You can be the start of the creation of new black communities, in my opinion. Right? That's kind of a thought I had to.
I talk about this sometimes on the show. I call it single seasons. And sometimes that's a season in your life where you're choosing not to date because you're focusing on becoming the best version of yourself, right?
Right.
And you just...
Oh, Skull just said, yeah, they laughed at our Godfather who did. This is the thing, right? I hated it. Kevin Samuels, I mean, I don't know if that's who Skull was talking about, but in my opinion, Kevin Samuels, the Godfather, in my opinion, was calling this bullshit out. These right here is a black mark on the black community, right? Calling this ghetto shit, all this shit, right? Is something that we need to stop out. Here's the thing where I support all men, no matter the shade of the man, okay? I believe men are the leaders. Men need to, here's the problem, right? With the black community and a lot of communities nowadays, not just the black community. Women are taking over it. And you see the failures of so many communities, right? Even Asian communities. It's starting to go down because women are taking over it, right? They're picking shitty men and they're taking over the communities and destroying the communities. So as men, we need to take it back. We need to take back these communities. We need to hold women accountable for their shittiness, for the terrible actions, right? And that's why I said, you know what? That's what Kevin Samuels do. He does not allow this insanity, this hood rat shit right here. And I call it out, but again, I get pushed back because I'm not black. But here's the thing: I care for black communities. I care for all communities because I care for good men. But why I talk about the black communities because they are probably they're at the bottom, and that they shouldn't be, right? They shouldn't be, but they're at the bottom.
Here's the deal. I'm gonna keep it real with you. You're gonna get a lot from the comment section, but it's gonna be what it is. You said your mama prepared you, but one thing I do notice is you want better. Like you want better. You moved out of a situation to prepare yourself and set yourself up for better. When we talked in the beginning, I could tell you were almost getting emotional. You want better for your children. So those things I admire. So sometimes it might require, instead of you focusing on a man, and I know a part of you wants this man to help you, with things going on, but this could be a time where you just focus on becoming the best version of yourself and you just exhaust all that energy there. And then as you do that, you can attract better.
Here's the thing, right? If I was giving her advice, which one thing I would say that give up, right? I would say give up, because really you don't qualify for a good man. But, right? If I'll give her another advice too. Fine. There are simps out there. Okay? There are simps out there that will step up and do what you want. Be the most submissive girl in the world to this simp. Right? Be the most submissive girl in this world to a simp. Treat this man like a king. Right? Find a good, corny ass man, a man that maybe, you know, he has a decent job, a job that makes 50, 60K, maybe a little bit more. Treat this man like a king. Like this man, everything he says, you obey. That's the thing where maybe, unlikely, but maybe you can get a man that you supposedly need.
You right about that, because I ain't been attracted the right things.
Oh no.
Because I know I ain't been attracted better men.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. This is gonna. I mean, for the type of man that you want to attract, and I think the guy you described, that was worthy. You described characteristics, right?
Right.
And you said you want them to be role models for your children. I respect that, right. And that's why I said you might find that man that.
And you know what? That's the thing, right? What Skull was saying, right? How others see it, how others see black people. You know, this is the thing, right? And it's a sad thing. If I didn't date black women, if I didn't have black friends, I'm sorry. This is my image of black people, right here. This right here. A sad image. This would be my image of black people. And it's sad. They don't deserve this. Don't deserve this, because I think black people are they're no worse than other people. They're just as cool. They're cool. They're fun. They're just amazing people. So yeah, you know what? That's the thing, right? That's why that's the sim part. Yes, that's why I said it's unlikely, right? This is the thing. She's 33. The trauma is there. That's the problem where I've said that as women age, they become bigger red flags, because the trauma is there. This is a woman that's been through a lot. Honestly, she won't be good to a good guy. Even if by a miracle, by godly intervention, that she can find a good man, she won't be good to a good man. Because she's trauma filled. I'm sorry. That's why it's a part of the things why I said that she don't qualify for a good man.
That might be willing to be a role model for your children, but maybe he might not want to date you, okay? He might not want to date you, but if he's willing to be a good role model and give your children a different reality, different experience, definitely sign up for that and get your children involved. But I think the kind of man that you describe, I'm not sure if you're going to attract him in a dating way in this moment.
Right.
But listen, life happens for all of us. I've had plenty of single seasons. I believe my single seasons got me prepared for success. And there were times when I said I am not dating. Because I mean, listen, I was never on Section 8, but I have been on unemployment. I've lost jobs throughout my career and was surviving off of unemployment checks. And during those moments in my life, I just did not date, because I knew I didn't have time to date, because I had to become a better person. So I don't want this just to be something that people watch and break you down. That's not the goal for me for this show. The goal for me for this show is to find love for people, and love comes in all ways, and you never know how God works, right? Maybe you coming here today was just to hear this. So I feel like you just moved, you're trying to get a job. It's okay if right now you just focus on becoming the best here.
I am sorry for the kids. I am really sorry for the kids, like OZ was saying. Because I don't know if you guys caught it, but I said this a bit in the beginning. She has put a curse on her kids. Her mom is a single mom. She's a single mom. The likelihood that her kids, the boys will create single moms, right? The boys will create baby mamas, or the girls will become single moms. It is a curse. It is a cycle, a shitty, disgusting cycle that I wish that they had the willpower to break, but sadly, most don't. Most don't.
Figuring out a good situation for your children, a good role model, teacher, pastor, deacon,
It's sad. This is really sad. I mean, yes, a good role model is nice, but honestly, I don't think she qualifies for that either. So I don't know. What do you guys think? This is a thing where honestly, this is a thing. A lot of women think that men say shit because we hate women. In my opinion, why I create this show, it's not because men hate women. No. Actually, in my opinion, right? The men that follow my show, the men that follow my channel are good men. We don't hate women. We are trying to help women. And the lack of accountability from women, the lack of intelligence from women, I'm sorry, but a lot of women are stupid. Especially in the dating market. I'm not saying women are smart when it comes to education. Women are sometimes, most of the time, smart when it comes to career. But they are absolute idiots, right? Absolute idiots when it comes to relationships, when it comes to the dating market, okay? Because, and in my opinion, that will ruin a lot of lives. That ruins a lot of lives. So that's something that women need to really understand. Men aren't hating women. They're trying to wake up women. In my opinion, men are trying to wake women up from their delusions. All right, let's check this clip out. I think this is an interesting clip. It goes along with what I've been saying.
Just because they're a good person does not mean you have to force yourself to date them or even to like them. I've met men that have had great qualities, like amazing, top of the line, checked off each and every one of my boxes, successful, ambitious, generous, kind, treated me the way I deserve to be treated. But one, I wasn't attracted to them and I just simply couldn't get myself to like them in that way. And for a long time, I was feeling guilty, like, dang, like, why don't I like him if he's everything that I've ever asked for? Like, the way he is and his qualities are everything I've ever wanted, but I just can't bring myself to like him in that way. That's when I realized that amazing people are brought my way, one, so I can see that the treatment I deserve is attainable, and two, that amazing people truly exist, and because they truly exist, settling for the bare minimum is not an option. There's people out there in the world that want to treat you the way you deserve to be treated, that want to love you, that want to do the things that you've always dreamed of a man doing for you, but it doesn't have to be them. Just because they're the first person that's come around to do something different because in the past all you've experienced is hurt and bare minimum, doesn't mean it needs to be them. It's just them to show you what you deserve, and that what you deserve is out there. Don't feel guilty for not liking a person that treats you well, because it's literally what you deserve. Just be
I'm sorry, right? The hypocrisy, the delusion, the idiocy of women is it's next level. Literally, it's next level. And it's insane to me. I've said this countless times before. This is why I have no sympathy for women when it comes to dating. When it comes to a man. I have none. Zero. Right? Zero sympathy for women when it comes to dating. You're telling me you had a good man, a good, decent man, practically every checkbox you have, he checked. Yet you turned him down because you weren't attracted to him. He wasn't good looking enough. How vapid, how superficial are you is insane to me. Absolutely insane. Okay? It's so disgusting. This is the thing. This is why, it's unbelievable. Future, yes, a future Kendra G contestant. This is the thing where I have no sympathy for women, because I believe every single woman has met, has dated, has seen, has interacted with a good man. A good man, okay? A man that would love you, respect you, even provide for you, that would want to marry you, want to be monogamous to you, want to treat you right, want to be a gentleman to you, okay? Want to be the father of your kids, want to be a good father to your kids. Yet you either ignored him, treated him terribly, cheated on him, don't want to date him, find him unattractive. It's like made him feel invisible. It's just that's the thing why I don't have sympathy for women. This is the insanity, the hypocrisy there, right? You had a good man in front of you, yet you are so superficial that you didn't want him because he was unattractive to you. And then to have the audacity to say, there's plenty of men like this out there, right? I will forever find these men, right? So I can keep on picking and picking until I find the correct man that has all these attributes and I'm attracted to him. I.e., a perfect man. A perfect man. This is the thing where there's this story, right? Where a woman, I'm pretty sure maybe some of you guys have heard it, where a woman goes to a build a partner kind of store, right? I'm terrible at explaining, but I'm trying to explain. It shows you the insanity of women, where a woman goes to a department store that will build a perfect their mate. First level, the mate has 50% of what they want. They don't want that, so they go up to the next level. So the next level, it has 60% of what they want. That's not good enough, so they go to the next one. They go to the next floor. 70%, still not good enough. Well, okay, next one, 80% of what they want on their list. Not good enough. Not good enough. So they go to the next level, and it says 90% of what you want. 90% of what you want. Okay? As to what you want in a man. 90%. But they still think that it's not good enough. So they go to the next level to find out that, you know what? There is no more. To find out the insanity, right? The man store, right? To find out insanity that you are constantly looking for a perfect man. The insanity of expecting a perfect man is absolutely dangerous. It's absolutely in the audacity. Let's break this shit up.
Because they're a good person does not mean you have to force yourself to date them or even to like them. I
agree. You don't have to force yourself, right? I honestly believe it's disgusting that women will say, oh, I'm settling for him. When he's a good man, he treated you right, yet you feel you have the audacity to say that you're settling for him. This is a thing where women are so stupid. So you're settling for a good man that wanted to be with you, i.e. that you had the option of being with another man, right? That is perfect. So you chose not to be with that man. So you're settling for another man. No. That man is what you can get. Not settling. Your perfect man wasn't there for you. So you weren't settling for him.
I've met men that have had great qualities, like amazing, top of the line, checked off each and every one of my boxes, successful, ambitious, generous, kind, treated me the way I deserve to be treated. But one, I wasn't attracted.
The amount of man that can have all those, just let alone just all those, right, is still a rare man. A rare man to have all those qualities, and yet that's not good enough. That 90% man was not good enough for women. Not good enough for this woman.
Them, and I just simply couldn't get myself to like them in that way. And for a long time, I was feeling guilty, like, dang, like, why don't I like him if he's everything that I've ever asked for? Like, the way he is and his qualities are everything I've ever wanted, but I just can't bring myself to like him in that way. That's when I realized that amazing people are brought my way, one, so I can see that the treatment I deserve is attainable, and two...
Is it attainable? It's attainable by the men you don't want. This is the thing where this is the problem with a lot of women. They think that, let's say this, right? It's attainable, but it's not going to be perfect. Right? You have attained it, yet you still didn't want it. So you expect the men that you are attracted to be like the other men. You know how many, you know what? This is one of the most, in my opinion, hurtful things. One of the most hurtful things a woman have ever said to me, right? This is one of the most hurtful things a woman has said to me. I had a friend who had a boyfriend. She said, I wish my boyfriend was like you. I was like, really? Because I'm me, yet you don't want to date me. Yet you wish the man that you are with to be like me. Absolutely disgusting. It was hurtful, in my opinion. It was hurtful. Huh. We're all like that? Here's my opinion, right? I don't think we're all like that. I don't think we're all like that. In my opinion, I think men, well, they're more reasonable with their standards, right? They're more reasonable with their standards. I don't think men expect perfection from women. Hell, I don't even think men look for perfection in women. I don't think so. Men have a few standards. If a woman can hit those few, he's perfect. He will be happy with marrying her, in my opinion. Oh, we're not. I mean, of course, I'm not saying. I would never. Here's the thing. I'd never say women are all like this. No, but here's the thing. I would say the women that are still single and complain about it. The women that are still single and complain about it. I think the majority of them are like this. The always expecting perfection. That's what I mean, right? I never would think that all women are like this. Of course not.
That amazing people truly exist, and because they truly exist, settling for the bare minimum is not an option.
How is what she said the bare minimum? Literally, how is what she said the bare minimum? This is insane. I'm sorry. This is why I don't listen to a lot of women, right? When they say the bare minimum. Bare minimum is he's just a decent human being. He doesn't disrespect you, but he doesn't need to bend over backwards for you. That's bare minimum, okay? He's just nice. That's it. Providing for you. Do all the things she said, right? Really? That's not bare minimum. That's not a bare minimum. But now she's expecting more, right? That's the thing. She's already expecting more.
There's people out there in the world that want to treat you the way you deserve to be treated, that want to love you, that want to do the things that you've always dreamed of a man doing for you. But it doesn't have to be them. Just because they're the first person.
It's like, fine, it's not them. But then if you have this mentality that, you know what? I'm looking for perfection. You are going to continuously look for it, right? So what if the man that's attractive, that you are attracted to, can't do the providing and all this other stuff she said? Then you're still looking, right? This is the mentality that the grass is always greener. This, in my opinion, is why women predominantly file for divorce. I'm sorry, a lot of women think that there's better out there, right? There is perfection out there that's waiting for you. And I think that's a dangerous thing for anybody, man or women, right? Man or women that think that they can find or perfection is out there for you, you are delusional.
That's come around to do something different because in the past all you've experienced is hurt and bare minimum, doesn't mean it needs to be them. It's just them to show you what you deserve, and that what you deserve is out there. Don't feel guilty for not liking a person that treats you well, because it's
not really what you deserve. It's what that particular person, that's his character. That's his type of person. That's his type of personality. Doesn't mean what you deserve, right? Because if no other man, right? If the man that you want doesn't even give you that, do you deserve it? No. This is the thing where women can't understand. A man that provides for you, that wants to be with you, that doesn't mean that you deserve it, okay? That means that that's the type of person he is. Stop thinking that, okay, you deserve something. That's the entitlement of a lot of women. we forget that, you know what? There are men that want to provide. There are men that just wants to be with one woman. There are men that wants to be monogamous, wants to be married, wants to be a good father. Doesn't mean that you deserve it, right? It means that you picked the man, you vetted, you picked, you made a good logical choice that, you know what? This is a good man because that's his personality. That is morality. That's the person he is. Yeah, I mean, she's cute. She's not bad looking, but again, here's how I want to say this, right? Women in their prime, you can't speak any logic into them, because again, they have everything. The world is their oyster, right? So you can't speak any logic into them. But women like this, like OZ said, will be the future Kendra G contestants, right? This is the type of women, right? The dangers of the mindset that modern day women have. This will pretty much make you single into your late 30s. When you're past your primes.
Literally what you deserve. Just because a lot of my...
So let's check this one out, because she just made this one pretty much within that other video. So I kind of think that might show a little bit of hypocrisy. So
my past tendencies were settling for bare minimum. It was people pleasing. It was giving people that unconditional love, but the unconditional love where I put myself second, loving people more than they love me, doing things for people even when they don't reciprocate it, like the whole nine. And in that, of course, I got hurt. And for a long time, I was like, you know what? Like, I don't even know if I believe in love anymore. Like, all I've ever gone through is hurt. All I've experienced is people not reciprocating things that I give them. Just like the whole thing, right? Since those experiences, I've grown tremendously. And the one thing that I learned is never stop believing in love, no matter how many times you get hurt. The reason that I believe in love wholeheartedly is because of the way that I love. Also because of the way that Jesus loves me. The way that God has made things happen for me, the way his unconditional love is something I've never experienced. It just reminds me like love is real. And it's not to say that you won't get hurt. We're all bound to go through things that aren't the best. But my point is, do not stop loving because you're hurt. And you know something I always tell you guys is feel what you need to feel, yes. But don't let that stop you, and don't let that blind your vision from seeing that there's real love out there. Believe in love because of the love that you give people. Believe in love because you know that the love that you have in your heart is so pure. There are other people like us. And if you feel that you're pouring your love into the wrong places, why don't you pour it into yourself? A lot of my past tendencies were...
So why did I show this one, right? I'm going to break it down because it shows her hypocrisy. It shows her hypocrisy, right? And it shows her that the mistakes she's making in life, okay? It shows the mistakes she's making in life, where honestly, this is where she's unguided, where she's doing things how she sees fit, and it's going to continuously give her bad results. So I'm going to break it down.
Settling for bare minimum. It was people pleasing. It was giving people that unconditional love, but the unconditional love where I put myself second, loving people more than they love me, doing things for people even when they don't reciprocate it, like the whole nine. And in that,
so I bet you right? What she just said, I bet you she did that for the men she was attracted to. Okay, what she just said was she did that to the men she's attracted to. Remember what she said about the men she wasn't attracted to, right? He was loving, respectful, provider, giving, all this shit, okay? He wanted her. He was monogamous to her, all this shit. Those are the men she wasn't attracted to. She didn't want these men. She did not want these men that treated her right? The men that respected her, loved her, cared for her, provided for her, all the shit. All the good shit, okay? She did not want these men. She wasn't attracted to these men. The men she was attracted to, okay, who treated her second best, who, you know, didn't value her, didn't really love her that much, all that shit she just said, she was attracted to these men. The shitty men she was attracted to. The absolute insanity that the men that you are attracted to are the men you're complaining about, yet the men can treat you right, you ignore, you don't want to be with. That is insane. That is insane in my opinion. And that's amazing, right? That's amazing of you. She's crazy. She is crazy. Because this is the thing where I think this is the problem where, yes, as we get older, I think we should become more wise, less superficial. Understand, you know what? All this attraction, like how beautiful you are, does not necessarily equate. It doesn't equate for a good relationship. All the other things she said about what a good man is, that contributes to a good relationship. Him being 6'5", him being good looking, him being having a chiseled body, right? Him having great, charm, a riz factor, whatever, that doesn't make him a good man to be with. And that's the problem with a lot of women, where you get all this, you're so superficial and you don't understand what makes a good relationship. Okay? You don't. And that's the problem where we're so blinded. We're so blinded. You know what? What actually will make a good relationship? It was the men she ignored, men she found unattractive. And this is the problem with younger women, where they can't see that. And I think that this is the problem where it's not men that are hating on women. It's actually men trying to help women. Give some wisdom, right? Say some wisdom. I'm not telling you to go for the man that's a 2, right? That he looks like dirt, right? He's absolutely ugly. I'm not saying that. But there are men that are okay, right? Okay attractive. He's like 5'11". He's not like chiseled body. He's not that bad looking, right? He's like a 5, a 4, maybe, right? Maybe even a 6, okay? This man is not dead ugly. But what really counts is his personality, how he treats you, how he values you, how he respects you. That is more important than him being 6'5", good looking, chiseled abs, crazy charm. That is a hell lot more important than that, right? That's not men hating on women. It's actually men helping women to realize that, you know what? Yes, the men that are good looking, they're great to look at. But you know what? These men will cheat on you. These men will use you. These men will lie to you. Because these men lack morality. Because these men don't care. They don't need morality. Because women are attracted to these men regardless if these men have morality or not. So these men don't need to be moral. They don't need to be monogamous. Because they are doing fine without being monogamous. Women want these men regardless if these men are monogamous or not.
Of course, I got hurt. And for
Yo, Crystal, I hope that goes well, right? My prayers go out to you, because if he's a good man, I hope that connection established really strong, right?
a long time, I was like, you know what? Like, I don't even know if I believe in love anymore. Like, all I've ever gone through is hurt. All I've experienced.
And yet, you want to go for the man that's purely superficial. We heard this. I wanted to really dissect the first part, because this is the insanity of women, right? This is the insanity of women, where you want to go for the attractive men, yet you constantly complain about the attractive men. You ignore the good, respectful men, right? You don't want these men, yet you want to stay with the attractive men so you continue to complain about them. That's insanity to me. Absolutely insane to me. So, yeah. And this is the sadness of the younger generation, right? And sadness of a lot of women, in my opinion. It's like they don't understand what actually will benefit you, right? I'm sorry, a man's looks don't benefit a woman. Who he is on the inside is more beneficial for a woman. So, what do you guys think? Crystal, thank you for stopping by. I mean, it's really cool that that you're here. I mean, I honestly believe that I love it when there are open-minded women that actually stop by. So it's big props, big props. Yo, Crystal. Oh my God. You are amazing. What? Thank you for becoming an acolyte. Thank you. You are amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so I got this other clip that I think is interesting. So let's check this one out.
Why don't men want stay-at-home wives? Like, genuinely, are y'all okay? Because I'm a full-time working mom and I would give anything to have a stay-at-home wife. Like, it would solve at least like 80 of my 99 problems, knowing that I had a partner at home who was making dinner, getting the house together, doing the kid pickup, home with my children. You guys have the easy part. All you have to do is go to work, make money, and pay the bills. That's literally all y'all have to do. Why don't more men want a stay-at-home wife? Like I said, I would give anything to have a stay-at-home wife. They just literally make your life so easy for you. Like, the amount of guys that I've talked to that are like, oh, like, I want a wife who contributes. Like, I want 50-50. Like, I want a boss babe. Why? Literally, why? How about you just make enough money, pay the bills, and let your wife be in her soft energy at home, making a meal from scratch, making you homemade muffins, having the house clean, ready for you to get home when you get off work. That is literally the dream. That is literally the dream. What is wrong with y'all? Guys, get it together. Why don't men...
Here's the thing, right? The hypocrisy. Yes, she is... This is the thing where, I'm sorry, you have to understand. This is where you confuse men, where you are hurting your own argument. Women are all over the place. I'm sorry, women are all over the place. Would men want a stay-at-home wife? They would. But you know what? They don't want it anymore. Why? Because constantly women complain. Because here's the thing. Either they work, they complain. They stay home, they complain. Women have made the dating market shitty. They have. Right? They have made the dating market shitty. And most likely it's hormones. The fluctuations of emotions, right? Women have made the dating market shitty. Because when they were stay-at-home moms, stay-at-home wives, they complain about that. Oh, we had no rights. Well, men only want submissive women. Oh, I'm tired of what is it? A man not contributing, right? I'm tired of it. All these complaints that women had when they had the luxury, and it's a luxury, to be stay-at-home wives, stay-at-home moms. Yet they made a movement to get out of that. I'm sorry, it wasn't men's choice. It was women. So now that men are respecting women's choice, because here's the thing, women since for years are saying they're strong, they're independent, they don't need no man, right? They're boss bees. Okay, cool. If you are, then men are going to rewire their brains, and think that, you know what, 50-50 is probably the best solution for you now. Because you are boss bees, right? You want to, because how many times I've heard women say, oh, don't ever depend on a man, or have your own things. Taking care of a man is you being his mom. It's like so many things you hear, right? So really the best solution is that, you know what, you work, I work, we both contribute. You take care of the kids, I also take care of the kids. You do the house chores, I also do the house chores. So you can't complain, hopefully, about anything. But you know what? Women, they will still find ways to complain, right? And I think it's sad because, honestly, it has hurt the balance, in my opinion, right? Here's the thing. Everyone knows, and we're probably going to talk about it, that working is very hard. Going to work is difficult. It is mentally, physically, emotionally draining. So to belittle that is absolutely asinine by this woman. And yet women have not appreciated men's sacrifice. How many times you hear that a woman telling a man that, oh, you need to also contribute to your children, right? To the child care. You need to also contribute to the house care. So now men, again, has rewired their brains and only think about partnership. That's the thing. But let's break this down. Wow, that's Crystal, that's amazing, right? That's amazing. I really think that is amazing.
Want stay-at-home wives. Like, genuinely, are y'all okay? Because I'm a full-time working mom, and I would...
And kind of ridiculous from a single mom, right? Saying this because she couldn't get it from her baby dad. Right? Now that she has to work. She does. This is the thing, right? Where a lot of women, they want men to just take away their adult responsibilities. Here's the thing where nothing in life is perfect. There are plenty of men that will provide, but understand that that situation calls for a different scenario. You have to prepare for that different scenario. A lot of men that provide, they will be the head of the household. They will be the leader of the house. So it's their way or the highway. But honestly, a lot of women cannot handle that kind of perspective, right? They can't handle that scenario.
give anything to have a stay-at-home wife. Like, it would solve at least like 80 of my 99 problems, knowing that I had a partner at home who was making dinner, getting the house together, doing the kid pickup, home with my children. You guys have the easy part. All you have to do is go to work, make money, and pay the bills. That's
If it was so easy, why does she want to be staying home? That's the hypocrisy. If it was so easy, why don't you, as a boss bee, right? Why don't you work and have a stay-at-home husband? Wouldn't you want the easier job? Wouldn't you? That's the thing where women like this is trying to fool you, right? They're trying to fool you, saying the easy job, yeah, you don't want it, right? You don't want the easier job. You want the supposed harder job. Here's the thing, right? In my opinion, and I don't belittle stay-at-home moms. I think stay-at-home moms are amazing, right? They are focusing on building the next generation. Stay-at-home moms, stay-at-home wives are amazing. But here's the thing. In my opinion, it's not better than, it is not as impactful as the provider. It is not as impactful as the provider. And being the provider is 100 times more difficult. We all, as adults, we know the difficulties, okay? The hardships of providing for your life, right? Being the provider, of going to work, right? Waking up early, going to work, dealing with shitty people, shitty boss, shitty co-workers, right? Shitty clients, right? The emotional, physical, mental toll of working is shitty. It's shitty. For most people, it is shitty. Okay? So really, it is harder than, in my opinion, harder than being a stay-at-home wife, stay-at-home mom. Because one, you are taking care of kids you chose to make, right? Kids that you love. So really, that already lessens the mental, physical, emotional stress, fatigue. Okay? You are with kids you love. Second, cooking and cleaning, it's not like rocket science. Okay? And it's not as stressful because one, you live in that house as well. So you're cooking and cleaning for yourself. Two, it doesn't take every day, 9 to 5 to cook and clean. It doesn't. Right? Cooking and cleaning does not equate a whole day's work of work. It doesn't. So it is very different.
literally all y'all have to do. Why don't more men want a stay-at-home wife? Like,
and again, right? It's not that men don't want it, but men don't necessarily see the benefit in it anymore, and they see the hassle in it. Because here's the thing: I've seen women complain to men about men not contributing enough to the lives of their kids, right? And not contribute enough to the housework. Because here's the thing: if now you are providing for yourself, your wife, and your kids, who however how many your kids are, that burden of performance is now fully on you. So most likely he has to work more, work harder, miss events for the kids, miss whatever, right? Miss them, right? Work longer hours. And imagine this, now he's home, he's probably wiped out. So really, if he's playing games, doing shit like, you know what? He can relax, he can enjoy, he can wind down. Women will complain. Women will complain, right? And I've seen videos, I've seen stories, I've heard stories, women complaining about a man winding down after a hard days of work, right? So men see that, you know what? There's no benefit. There's really no benefit, right? I might as well chip in with the cooking, chip in with raising the kids I love, right? Maybe and spend time with the kids I love, and also spend time with the women I love, instead of working so hard while she complains. No. You know, I'm not see that's the thing, right? Crystal does have a point, right? Being at home, you have to do the bills, the maintenance, and make sure things are taken care of. My friend has to drive up and down all day and take care of business for the husband. I mean, I'm not saying that those things aren't true, but here's my thought, right? We're all single people, right? Or some of us are single. We're not doing bills every single day. We're not doing maintenance every single day, right? And we're not doing maintenance or bills 9 to 5 every day. I'm not saying you don't do, I pay, there are days I pay my bills, there are days I do things, right? But cooking, cleaning, paying bills, maintenance, those are important. That's why I preference that. I'm not belittling the importance of being a stay-at-home wife or stay-at-home mom. I'm not. But that doesn't equate to going to work 9 to 5. That doesn't. Because, again, nothing you do when you're a stay-at-home wife requires you to do that job every single day, 9 to 5. Neither taking care of the kids, neither taking care of the household. It doesn't require you to do it every single day, 9 to 5. It doesn't, right? But that doesn't belittle what the magnitude of a stay-at-home wife or a stay-at-home mom. It doesn't, right? But it's more of the comparative, right? Working, actual job outside, comparative to a stay-at-home wife or a mom, right? Those I don't really compare that. But yes, she stays busy, but necessarily like a lot of things. Here's my thing: you find things to stay busy. It's not that you have to stay busy. You find things to stay busy. That's the thing, right? Where we have the luxury, and that's the thing, right? There are some people who do better than that, right? That's my opinion. In my opinion, I can do either or,
Like I said, I would give anything to have a stay-at-home wife. They just literally make your life so easy for you. Like the amount of guys that I've talked to that are like, oh, like I want a wife.
And that's true, right? A stay-at-home wife, like Crystal was saying, could make your life easy. Problem is, they also could and have made your life harder, right? I have on all social media, we've seen this before. That is the problem with how women go about things. Yes, you can make his life easier, but you also could make his life harder. And making his life harder, that's the problem for a lot of men, right? That's the problem with a lot of men, where women have complained about women of the past. So, like I said, men have rewired their brains, their thinking to, change how the past was.
Contributes, like I want 50-50, like I want a boss babe. Why? Literally why? How about you just make enough money, pay the bills, and let your wife be in her soft energy at home, making a meal from scratch, making you homemade muffins, having the house clean and ready for you to get home when you get off work. That is literally the dream. That is literally the dream. What is wrong with y'all, guys?
Because the supposed dreams have nightmares as well. I've said this, right? This is the problem with a lot of women. Okay? And here's the thing, right? Here's the perspective. And it's ironic coming from a single mom. It's ironic because this is the thing. There are men out there that can provide, that will provide, that want to provide. There are men out there that want a stay-at-home wife. The sad part is that you didn't choose that man. You didn't want that man. This is, at the end of the day, there are men for every flavor that women have. But it depends if you go for that flavor or not. That's the problem. Because here's the thing. A lot of, let's say this, and I've seen this things where there are passport bros, right? These men aren't the best looking or whatever, but these men want to provide. They want a stay-at-home wife, right? They want a stay-at-home mom. Yet women put down these men. Women don't want these men. Women think little of these men. So this is the thing where I know there are good men. There are certain men that women say they want. They're out there. Problem is women don't choose these men. So it's not saying that, oh, do men want this or not? There are men for every flavor you have. You just got to choose these men. Plain and simple. Yes, they do have too much time on their hands. And yeah, topics like this can go on forever. But what do you guys think? Okay, so this is a I didn't finish listening to the story, so I don't know fully. So I hope it's a good clip. Let's check this clip out.
So around this time last year, I started seeing this guy, and it was more of like a friendship vibe for a while. And like we would just go out after work and we would go like eat, hang out, whatever. And then eventually romantic feelings kind of like formed, and it was going really well. And at one point this boy was like telling me, yeah, like we really need to talk, but like we should talk over dinner. And so I'm so delusional, I was like, oh my gosh, he's like totally gonna ask me to be his girlfriend. No, he did not. He was like, I think we should stay friends, like I really need time to like work on myself. And at that point, like I had just like already gotten done with the situationship, and I was like over it at that point. And I was like, yeah, actually no, because he wanted to be friends. And I was like, actually no. I'm like, we are in way too deep right now. We're either gonna keep this going or nothing at all. It's all or nothing, baby. Because I was like, I'm not just gonna be your friend, and I'm not just gonna float around. Like that's the last thing that I wanted to do. And I was like, so that's where we're at now, sorry. And he was like, oh, okay, let's just keep things going. I was like, that's what I thought. That I have never been so like, no. Anyways, flash forward like a few months later, we're hanging out. Everything's been going really well. We've been going on like cute dates, whatever. And on this day specifically, we had played tennis. We had just gone to lunch, whatever. And we're in his car, and I'm sitting in the passenger seat of his car. And I like kind of like cause like we're talking for a minute, so I kind of like readjust to be comfortable, and like I'm like sitting crisscross. But as I'm sitting crisscross, I can see in the back seat behind his seat a Pandora box. And I'm like, we've been hanging out all day, so you definitely could have given this to me like in the past like 4 or 5 hours. But I'm like, whatever. And so I'm like, oh, like what are you doing after this? And he's like, oh, I'm going to church. And then he mentions that one of his like little friends is gonna be there that just so happens to be a woman. And I'm like sitting there, I'm like about to crash out. I'm like, don't say anything, it's fine. Like if he doesn't give it to you, you're done, right? He ends up giving me the Pandora box. It was a necklace, and he asked me to be his girlfriend, and I was like, oh my gosh, yes, like whatever. Yeah, that relationship lasted all but 2 or 3 months, but wild ride for sure. He he was definitely a sweetheart. He was so sweet. It just, didn't work out. But the moral of the story is, do not crash out until you know you should be crashing. So around this time...
So did you just leave the man? It's like... So she didn't necessarily say it, right? But by statistics, women are usually the ones to leave relationships. So I don't think she did. I don't think she gave it back. But this is insanity. Where did you just... It's like you changed this man's mind to be in a relationship with you. This man made an effort, try to be a good man, all this stuff. Officially gave you a present and asked you to be his girlfriend. And it didn't last long. You most likely broke up with him. Is that really... It's like, this is it's so idiotic. I swear to God, she just broke the man's heart after he invested time into her. This is a thing where, you know what, I'm sorry, where a lot of women, they only qualify for situationships, right? Because here's the thing where she could have saved both time when he said, oh, let's just keep it in a friendship level, and she could just fill him out more. Yet she wanted to continue in the part where he makes effort, right? He's making effort to please her, to make her happy. Yet she found out she can't really be happy. Not with this guy. And she said he's a good guy. This is the insanity of women, right? Where women don't understand how they are destroying men. They are really destroying men's confidence. Young men's confidence. So imagine how they will be in the future. Yes, she was. Because here's the thing. I think this is because she was in a situationship. So she didn't want to fall into that again. Ugh.
Last year, I started seeing this guy, and it was more of like a friendship vibe for a while. And like we would just go out after work and we would go like eat, hang out, whatever. And then eventually romantic feelings kind of like formed. And
romantic feelings. So you have feelings for this man.
And it was going really well. And at one point, this boy was like telling me, yeah, like we really need to talk, but like we should talk over dinner. And so I'm so delusional. I was like, oh my gosh, he's like totally gonna ask me to be his girlfriend. No, he did not. He was like, I think we should stay friends. Like, I really need time to like work on myself. And at that point, like I had just like already gotten done with the situationship, and I was like over it at that point. And I was like, yeah, actually no, because he wanted to be friends. And I was like, actually no. I'm like, we are in way too deep right now.
You're way in too deep. You don't want to be friends with this man. You have feelings for this man. This is the setup, right? So if you're so in deep, it's like you're so in deep, you have feelings for this man. You don't want a situationship. Okay, I respect women with boundaries, but please keep to those boundaries. If you wanted this man, what changed? Honestly, this is the thing where it just flabbergasted me, where a lot of women change their emotions for men so quickly. I can never understand this, where a lot of women can change their feelings for a man on a dime.
Either gonna keep this going or nothing at all. It's all or nothing, baby. Because I was like, I'm not just gonna be your friend. And I'm not just gonna float around. Like, that's the last thing that I wanted to do. And I was like, so...
And she might be lying, right? She might not have feelings for him. I honestly think where it's because of her neuroticism, right? Where she was... Because you can see the two times where it's like, because he was... She didn't want a situationship, right? And she probably didn't want this man to... What is it? because the point where I think he was dictating how the relationship was going, she didn't want that. She wanted to control it. So I honestly feel like, yes, I think so. I think the narcissism, right? I think that is.
Well, that's where we're at now. Sorry. And he was like, "Oh, okay, let's just keep things going." I was like, "That's what I thought." That I have never been so like, no. Anyways,
that's the sad thing, right? For the young boy, to, you know what, he wanted to keep her, right? So he listened. Yet he still lost her in the end. What was the point? Right? What was the point?
flash forward like a few months later, we're hanging out. Everything's been going really well. We've been going on like cute dates, whatever. And on this day specifically, we had played tennis. We had just gone to lunch, whatever. And we're in his car.
And P.S. She confirmed that she ended the relationship.
I'm sitting in the passenger seat of his car, and I like kind of like because like we're talking for a minute, so I kind of like readjust to be comfortable, and like I'm like sitting crisscross. But as I'm sitting crisscross, I can see in the back seat behind his seat a Pandora box, and I'm like, we've been hanging out all day, so you definitely could have given this to me like in the past like 4 or 5 hours. But I'm like, whatever. And so I'm like, oh, like, what are you doing after this? And he's like, oh, I'm going to church. And then he mentions that one of his like little friends is gonna be there that just so happens to be a woman. And I'm like sitting there, I'm like about to crash out. I'm like, don't say anything, it's fine, like if he doesn't give it to you, you're done, right? He ends up giving me the Pandora box. It was a necklace, and he asked me to be his girlfriend, and I was like, oh my gosh, yes, like whatever. Yeah, that really,
I do question if she even had feelings for this man, right? Because how she tells the story, I really think that she should have just stayed friends with him. I questioned her feelings for this man, because honestly, she probably didn't care that much for him. It really doesn't sound like she cared that much for him. Honestly, she wasted her time and his. Now, I'm in all support of women having boundaries, right? Don't do situationships, right? If it's not for you, don't do it, right? If you feel like a man either be with you or don't be with you, understandable. But here's the thing, don't waste people's time. Because honestly, how she tells the story, how she goes about it, I question if she even liked this man. I really did. I question if she even had a whole lot of, I mean, maybe she liked him, but she probably didn't like him that much. Yes, I do think that she's full of it. I really do. I question that she probably didn't like this man, but I honestly think that because she had a situationship, she just didn't want, she believed she didn't want that again. Right? It might have fallen into another situationship. So she probably forced herself to make this a relationship, and it was needless, right? You were wasting each other's time. You probably better fit as friends. This is a thing where I've always said that a lot of times I think women are wasting their time. They're wasting their time. I believe time is very precious for all human beings, right? Time is very precious for all human beings, but it is more, in my opinion, more precious for women while in the dating market. Time is more precious for women while in the dating market. So I honestly believe women have to be so purposeful, right? Purposeful when it comes to dating. Stop wasting your time. Stop wasting your time with men that, you know what, you actually don't see a future with. Because I in my opinion, this young lady did not see a future with that man. But because she was just in a situationship and she's talking to this boy and all this shit, she felt like she didn't want to waste that time that she's already spent with that man. But you are wasting more time. You're wasting more time because now you had months of that wasted time where you still left the man. So really, that's the thing where women need to be more laser focused when it comes to men. They really do. Because women are laser focused when it comes to education. Women are laser focused when it comes to career and money. They need to be also laser focused when it comes to men. Stop wasting your time. I believe that's 100%. I never advocate for women wasting their time on men. I really don't. Because it's time you can't get back. And in my opinion, when it comes to time and the dating market, it's very precious to women. And I do not advocate for men to waste women's time as well. Right? And essentially, let's say this. That man, that young man, wasn't wasting her time. He wanted to just be friends. He wanted to take a step back. Right? So he was trying not to waste her time. She was stupid enough to waste her own time. So, yeah. I don't know. What do you guys think? Yeah, I agree. I mean, men kind of realize it wasn't that worth it. A lot of relationships, it's not that worth it. I agree. That's why I said he was trying not to waste her time. But sadly, she was stupid enough to waste her own time. Which I honestly believe it's not a good thing for women to waste their time on needless relationships, needless interaction with men. Because time is very precious for a woman. In my opinion, it is. It's precious for everybody. But in the dating market, it's more precious for women. It is. So here was a interesting street interview, so I wanted to react to it.
So, on the topic of dating, what's your number one biggest ick?
My number one ick would be the way she dresses. It's too revealing.
I see. Why is that your biggest ick?
Because I don't want her to disrespect me in public by dressing like too revealing.
Don't you think it's like her body? And she. So do you find it disrespectful when a woman dresses a little too revealing, like as a man, because only you are supposed to see that?
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't that an insecurity?
No, it's more of like being territorial and knowing that men will hit on her if she dresses a certain way.
But what about trusting that your girl can say no and not putting it in the fate of other men?
And I shouldn't even have to worry about that in the first place.
Well, that's true. But like, so you just don't want other men to look at her in that way?
Yeah, exactly. Because we're in a relationship now, you know what I mean? She's mine.
I see. But do you think that being territorial is a quality of love?
Yeah, being territorial is like the man cementing that you're his woman.
Wait, what did you say?
Being territorial means that you love that woman and you want her to yourself. If he wasn't territorial, that means he kind of doesn't feel all the way for you. That means he doesn't have full trust in you.
That's crazy. Because her boyfriend is like.
No, don't say that.
Really? I told you.
Oh, on the topic of.
I was thinking, right? I thought this was interesting, right? It's a conversation that it's always interesting to have, right? How women dress or the insecurity that women always talk about. Yes, this topic is many-fold, right? In my opinion, right? I always believe my biggest ick is just a woman being disrespectful. Needlessly, right? You don't need to be disrespectful, especially to your man. Dressing, I always think, right? If she's with me, I love it if she's dressed nice. If she's not with me, I think I am in the camp that it is disrespectful if you dress too provocatively when you're out with your friends or whatever without your man. So I am in that camp as well. Because here's the thing, right? Forget about the insecurities, the ick, whatever. It's about boundaries. Plain and simple. Boundaries, right? It's about how you respect your partner's boundaries. Because how you respect your partner's preferences, their standards. So if your man cares, well, is he your man or not? Because if he cares, you following what he finds respectful is important. I think that's very important. Where sometimes I think a lot of us ignore what we want to love a partner how we feel we should love them instead of how they want to be loved. Okay? That's sometimes we forget that, you know what? No one is your carbon copy, right? So they're not going to think and act just like you. We have that kind of problem I'm seeing more and more in modern day relationships or just relationships in general, where a lot of times I mean, I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about that, Crystal. But here's the thing where, like I said, we forget that, you know what? There's a different individual we're dealing with, right? Their own autonomy, their own way of thinking, having their own boundaries, their own train of thought, right? Now, Crystal brought kind of a topic up, right? We will disagree because when I go to the club, we dress up a bit sexy. It's your behavior. Here's the thing, right? I'm a man about one of the most important things to me is accountability, right? Accountability. Here's the thing, and comes with that is that all you can do in life, right? Crystal, this is my perspective, and maybe it's a bit of wisdom I can impart. All you can do in life is control your own actions, okay? So let's say this, right? If me and Crystal is dating, I don't want you to dress sexy, okay? Because I think it's disrespectful. Plus, I know how the world works. It is dangerous out there, okay? It is dangerous out there. So, but you, Crystal, a link? Oh, this is not, I can't do that with this because I'm doing OBS. If you come to, I could always do one where we're doing StreamYard, right? I can send the link for that one. So I haven't planned to do any co-host, but I'll remember that next time, right? I'll remember that next time for you. But what's the thing where like I said, you can dress how you want to dress, but when you go outside to the real world, right? Clubs, all this shit, you can control yourself, but you can't control others. Yes, it's your behavior, but you can't control other people's behaviors. How many times we've heard women's stories of how terrible other people are? Yes, we can talk for hours. You know what, Crystal? I don't mind we could have a dedicated show for that, right? I'll think of something next time. But yes, we can't control other people. We live in reality. There are shitty men and good men in this world, right? There are shitty people and good people. There are bad people in this world. So yes, you go out to a club, you dress nice. Even though you won't cheat, you don't do nothing. But there are men out there that don't give a shit. They can harass you. They can do a whole lot of terrible shit. So men will see that, yes, it seems, right, surface level, he's being territorial, or, you know, it's like you think he doesn't trust you. He does. It's not about he trusting you. It's about he doesn't trust the world around you. Okay? That's the point a lot of women don't understand. Men do not trust the world around them. Women, sadly, sometimes they are delusional to the world around them. Which is crazy, right? Women think men are so dangerous, yet they are willing to put themselves into dangerous situations. Men see that. Men know that. So that's part of the protector mindset of a lot of men, right? A lot of women don't see that, don't understand that. That is the protector mindset of men. This is my woman. I don't want her to go out there, right? I trust her 100%, but that don't mean I trust the guy next to her. I don't trust the other guy walking with her. I don't trust the other guy looking at her, right? I don't trust the people around her, right? So as great as you may be, right? Great as a girlfriend or whatever you may be, the problem is we don't trust the world around us. And that's why we do things and say things that may seem insecure, but it's not. It is to secure what is ours or what we love, what we protect, what we're protecting. That's my thing. Ooh, I mean, there's a degree, right? I'm not saying no man is perfect. I'm not saying every man is good. Like don't even wear eyeliner. It's eyeliner. Eyeliner. It's nothing, right? That's really nothing. There's a lot of men that they can't control it, right? They can't explain it. They can't regulate it correctly. That's the thing where, in my opinion, a lot of men are unguided, right? Their heart is in the right place. Their mind isn't, right? How they go about things, how they, think is unguided. And this is why I think the importance of men, right? Men's spaces. This is where men gather. Men gather to learn, to gain wisdom from other men, right? From logic, right? And I'm in support of women also going into these spaces and picking up logic, but I think this is the importance for men so they can understand. If your girlfriend wear eyeliner, it's nothing, right? That's nothing. That's not going to change, a stalker's viewpoints of her, right? That's not going to change, potential predator. That's not. So there's levels to it.
Dating, what's your number one biggest ick?
My number one ick would be the way she dresses. It's too revealing.
I see. Why is that your biggest ick?
Because I don't want her to disrespect me in public by dressing like too revealing.
Don't you think it's like her body and she? So do you find it disrespectful when a woman dresses a little too revealing, like as a man, because only you are supposed to see that?
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't that an insecurity?
No, it's more of like being territorial and knowing that men will hit on her if she dresses a certain way.
But what about trusting that your girl can say no and not putting it in the fate of other men?
And I shouldn't even have to worry about that in the first place.
Well, that's true. But so you just don't want other men to look at her in that way?
Yeah, exactly. Because we're in a relationship now, you know what I mean? She's mine.
I see. But do you think that being territorial is a quality of love?
Yeah, being territorial is like the man cementing that you're his woman.
Wait, what did you say?
Being territorial means that you love that woman and you want her to yourself. If he wasn't territorial, that means he kind of doesn't feel all the way for you. That means he doesn't have full trust in you.
That's crazy. Because her boyfriend is like
Really? Don't say that.
Really? I told you.
Oh, on the
So yeah, I mean, territorial, I think that's part of the protection, right? You protect what you believe is yours, right? What you think is yours. So that's part of it, right? That's part of the mentality of the inner mentality of a lot of men, right? The territorialness. I want to protect what I believe is mine, what I deem is mine, right? I protect it from the rest of the world. A lot of women think it's insecurity, but it's probably, I think it's biological in a sense, right? Where we want to protect. Yes, it's a natural thing. Men want to provide and protect. A lot of women can't see the nuance in those things, right? So that's where we have a lot of miscommunication. And I think this is the thing where I love these spaces where men are growing, where they can communicate better, right? I think one of my qualities is I had to gain the wisdom and the experience to communicate better with my partners. So that's something that we all need to learn and develop more, and to be able to express how we think. So I don't know, but what do you guys think of that one? So Crystal, I would love to always, have I would love to have you always stop by. What I would do is my streams, I do a Wednesday stream, right? That's less you can always come by a Wednesday stream, right? If you want to, because those are more toned down. Those we could always talk and conversate on that one. So I could maybe set up one where next Wednesday, if you have the time, we could do that one then, right? So I do, but please check it out. I do streams on Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays, right? Around after 9. So please check that out, guys. I mean, don't mind making Wednesdays some kind of StreamYard stream where I could invite people. I haven't had many people ask to be invited on, so it's always an interesting thing. So it would be cool. So if you guys are interested in that, I could do that. other than that, I think tonight has been a good stream. I think tonight has been a good one. 2 hours. That's usually how long I will go. I don't want to go too crazy, wasting your time. You guys got things to do. It's late night. You guys are probably tired. So that's always, I'm trying to be considerate to everybody, right? But yes, I love you guys. You guys are amazing. Thank you for... Oh, I think so too, right? I think so too, right? So Crystal, if you want, like I said, I can make Wednesday for a good, good conversation. I love talking to, smart, intelligent women. I do love it, right? So check that out, right? We'll try to set something up. But yes, again, tonight was a good stream. I think so, right? Crystal, thank you for coming by. Thank you for joining the channel. Crystal, you're amazing, right? So everyone else, OZ, if you're still here, Skull, you're amazing, all right? Everyone else, anyone else that stopped by, thank you guys for, stopping by. You guys, I love the support. You guys are the reason why I have the motivation to continuously do these videos, right? Do these lives because of you guys, right? So I love you guys. Yeah. Crystal, you're amazing, right? I humbly thank you for all the support. You guys are amazing, right? So later, guys. See you guys in the next live.